Hi everyone, my name is Promise. I'm a cloud data scientist and an Azure cloud administrator. I'm here to showcase a project I built on Azure cloud infrastructure. Let's say a logistic company reached out to me to build a segmented, secured infrastructure for their logistic company. Okay, now let's dive right into it. All right. Now, this project was done, of course, on my Azure Cloud account, but we just need to save costs. That was why I deleted all the resources I created and documented the work I did on this PowerPoint slide. All right. You see Azure Cloud projects, secure, segmented, built for logistics. So it's just a scenario-based project. A TradeCore Logistics Ltd located here in Nigeria, Lagos State precisely. So this project comprises of VNets, NGS, Azure Bastion, VMs, RBAC, Azure Backup and Monitor. Okay, so this is my yes the project I did on my Azure Portfolio Series project. Right now, let's proceed. All right, now next in the slide. Now, we have a problem here. The company have a problem. There are four incidents in one decision. Now, what's the first incident? So, server overheated during a power outage. 11 hours offline across all three locations. So, their server are overheated and it went down. Two, former contractor kept accessing 6 weeks after leaving. Share password, no auditor, in the sense that a contractor which has left the company still had access to their system, all right, their storage account. Okay. Now we have the next incident. Kano hub manager reading Lagos reading records. No row boundary, no access control. Yeah, there should be an access control that will limit what he can read or what he should be able to read, all right, which is wrong. So we have to implement that on this system. Now we have another incident. Operations team found out from drivers calling in, no monitoring, no alert. Now, a system was shut down. That's system that was online shut down without the team knowing. So it's not good where a driver will be calling you that we're having a downtime in our system. No, you should have an alert. So we should just implement that also in the system. Okay, now let's proceed again. Now, the client has various requirements. What's the first one? Separate servers on the separate network segment. Two, no shared password, no open port to internet. Three, app server accepts web traffic only. Four, remove contractors' access from one place immediately. Right. Five, role-based storage access. Each team sees only what they need. Right. Six, old records should cost less than active ones. That's to say we have different storage tiers. We have to implement that here. Recover accidental deletion. Yeah, we should put that also. Eight, alerts before system goes wrong. Not after driver's call. We should get alerts immediately, either by SMS or by mail. All right, so implement that here. Network ready for future database tier without rebuilding. Yeah, so we need to build a VNet for our database also, even though we don't have it built now. Maybe in future the company might want to expand their system by adding database, so that should be covered. Recover app server after failure. No more 11 hours outage. All right, let's proceed. Now this is a TradeCore Logistics Azure architecture where we have the internet, we have the Microsoft Entra ID. Now, as you can see, everything is segmented. The IP address of the various subnet. All right. As you can see, we have the subnet, which is the TradeCore product. Where this is the name, and the subnets have we have the subnets in the VNet. We have the Azure Bastion. We have the management subnet. We have the application subnet. Okay, so we have three subnets here, and each subnet has in the management subnet we have the management VM, and the application subnet we have the app server VM. All right, so this is what we built. As you can see, we have the storage account beneath it, where we have the achievement document, blob storage account. We have the client's contract storage account, storage container rather. We have the financial record storage container, and we have the archive storage container. So data will be spread across these containers as needed and when needed. Okay, and we have Azure Monitor at the right hand side. You can see we have the recovery service. Of course, a backups need to be implemented. In this kind of when a system crash or a server crashes, you can always recover their applications. Okay, so backup system needs to be what built on this. Okay, now this is all we have in summary for architecture. All right, now let's proceed. This is a network diagram. We have we have the VNet called TradeCore products, right? And this VNet has different subnets. We have the Azure Bastion, as I said earlier on. We have the management subnet. We have the application subnet. Now, the network security diagram shows us what comes into the system and what goes out of the network. So the network security group was what handle that. So we're going to attach a security groups to the VNet. All right, to the VNet. Okay, that's, as you can see, we have that. We have allow internet for ports 443, allow Azure Bastion, allow Azure Bastion for those two VMs, then also deny RODP for the two VMs. Okay, right? Then we deny any ports to database. For now, no database. Okay, let's proceed. Network foundation. No, I created the network. This is what we created. And the VNet and the subnet, everything was created using the normal procedure. The VNet was the first thing we did. The first thing is to create your network foundation. That's a VNet which was created, right? And after that, I created the different subnet. That is subnet management, subnet application, and subnet database, and Azure Bastion subnet are what I created. As you can see, we have that here, the various IP address, management VM, app server VM, reserve feature DB VM, and the Azure Bastion VM. All right, Azure Bastion VNet rather, subnet rather. All right, so this is what we have. So I created a security group for the management VNets. Right, this is it. Also for the application VNets. Right. Now after that, you can see the Bastion web app. Okay. Now the company can only access their server through Azure Bastion. They won't allow any access through RDP, no remote desktop protocol access. So we only access through the Azure Bastion. So that was why we created that. Okay, and this is it. Now the phase two, the visual machine, the VM for the two different applications. That's application VM and management VM. Okay, now that's great. So created that. So we have this, right? So this is where we configured created a bastion for the management VM, right? Okay, now as you can see, it was created, and we can now access the. So we can only access the the server using the Azure Bastion. All right, no more RDP. As you can see, we have the dashboard here. Okay, as you can see, the server is being accessed using the web browser. No RDP, no remote desktop protocol access being granted. So we have this, and also as you can see, the logistics web application is running. This is what we have here. Right. So we proceed to the next slide. That's it. Yeah. As you can see, the application is running. Now, this is the application that the drivers use, right? The drivers use this application, right? You have the driver side, we have the dashboard and the driver side. So the management uses application, and the drivers also has their own front end that they use to communicate with the management. So now we're trying to build a system whereby we should implement everything needed in such a way that even there's a downtime, the company should have an alert that the server is down without the driver being calling them, right? So let's proceed. Now the next phase is for the storage system, right? Storage system. Okay. Now we're going to configure RBAC that gives users or client, or let's say staffs, the ability to see what you want them to see, and also we're going to implementing data protection here too. Right. Now we have this hardening storage account. Right. All the configurations are here. we enable TLS version, that's encryption, okay, and other configurations too. These are the various folders, containers in the storage account. You have the archive, client contracts, financial records, and shipment documents. Right. So now this is the RBAC access metrics. Okay. Now for this particular container, which is called the shipment document. Now, what happens here? We of course we created I created a two different groups. We have the various teams. We have the operational team and we have the finance team. Now the operational team should be able to read, write, and delete everything in the shipment document. Right now, the for the finance team should be able to read everything that are contained in the financial records client contract. All right, should be able to read that. Read. Okay. Just the reader role will be assigned to them, and of course we have other ones too. We have the client contracts and other different roles, as you can see on the diagram. Okay, let's proceed. And this was created and it was assigned to them. As you can see, I was kind of demonstrating it to see that a particular user was trying to upload a file here, but it was not granted that the financial records, the operational teams should not be able to upload records into this particular account storage container. Likewise, okay, let's proceed. All right, now adding data protection and cost management system. Now this particular phase 3, we added data protection, as you can see, it's being stated here. From move to code 90 days, 365 days, move to archive. If your data is more than 7 years, move to archives. Right. So this is what we have here. Data protection was also implemented too, in the sense that if the data was deleted, yeah, you can always recover. Right. Okay. So now this is the lifecycle JSON code for the storage accounts. Right. The last phase is a backup, monitoring, and alert. Like what I said, the application needs to be backed up should in case there's a system failure, it crashes. You can easily back up your file. You can easily recover their application, monitoring and alerting too. This is right. So this is Azure backup. It was created. Now a snapshot was created already. All right. So and the alert was also gotten when a server went down. It was alerted through mail. Right, and a budget too for future for future expenses projected. All right, so what I learned building this niche NSG trap, Azure to create and niche during VM creation. So I learned a lot during this project, but I couldn't implement the just in time because I need a Defender for Cloud P2 version. Right, so that's it. So see you guys later on my other projects that I'll be presenting. Thank you.